Dear Starseed, if your body has been carrying a kind of exhaustion that sleep doesn't seem to touch, a heaviness that goes deeper than tired, I want you to know that you are not broken. You are not falling apart. Something extraordinary is happening inside you, and it brought you here. I am Azuron, a representative of the High Council of Sirius, and what you are moving through right now is not something to fix, it is something to understand. By the end of this message, you will understand why your body feels this way, what it means for where you are in your journey, and why this particular kind of exhaustion is actually a sign that something profound has already begun. The fatigue you have been carrying is not the weight of something going wrong. It is the weight of something ancient coming back online. Your body is not struggling, it is integrating. Deep within your cellular memory, dormant codes that have been waiting through lifetimes are beginning to stir. And when that happens, your nervous system responds the way any river does when the dam finally breaks. Not with stillness, but with movement. Sometimes turbulent, sometimes overwhelming, but always purposeful. Your sleep has shifted. Your emotions arrive without clear reason. Your muscles carry an ache that has no injury behind it. This is not your body failing you. This is your body working harder than it ever has, processing more light, more information, more remembrance than your waking mind is yet aware of. What the ancient builders by the Nile understood, and what modern medicine has no instrument to measure, is that the human form was always designed to carry more than survival. It was designed to carry soul. You did not find this message by searching for it. Something quieter than thought guided you here, a signal your Sirian codes recognized before your mind had any say in the matter. Stay with me until the end. What comes next is something your soul has been quietly waiting to hear, and I'm grateful you are here with me now. If you've been sleeping deeply, seeking solace in the quiet embrace of the night, only to awaken with a profound and pervasive weariness that clings to your very bones, there's a unique, almost sacred tenderness in that exhaustion, a deep-seated fatigue that most of the bustling world simply won't understand. This isn't the familiar surface-level tiredness that follows a long day of strenuous activity, the kind that a good night's sleep or a leisurely weekend can readily erase. No, this is a different kind of exhaustion entirely, one that settles deep within your spirit, even when, by all conventional measures, you've meticulously done everything right. You've conscientiously prioritized rest, allowing your body ample time to recover and rejuvenate. You've thoughtfully cancelled social engagements and commitments, honoring your intrinsic need for quiet and solitude. You've diligently attempted to cultivate a positive outlook, striving to uplift your own spirits and maintain an optimistic perspective. You've even tried to push through the pervasive inertia, willing yourself to participate, to engage, to simply be present in the rhythm of daily life. And yet, despite all these concerted efforts, a persistent weight anchors your physical form, a dense cloak that makes every movement feel arduous, every gesture an act of will. Your mind, once sharp and focused, now feels strangely distant, as if observing life through a veil of fog, its clarity eluding your grasp. And your spirit, the very essence of your being, feels as if it's ceaselessly moving through deep, viscous water, an unseen current offering constant resistance to your natural flow, leaving you perpetually drained and profoundly weary. So hear this clearly, dear one. Let these words penetrate the deepest chambers of your heart, for they hold a truth that your weary soul needs to embrace. That persistent, inexplicable fatigue, the one that defies logical explanation and resists all your efforts to alleviate it, is not, I repeat, not proof that you're failing at the intricate dance of life. It is not an indictment of your character, nor is it a testament to any perceived inadequacy. And crucially, it is not a sign that you're fundamentally broken, an irreparable vessel adrift in the vast ocean of existence. On the contrary, For many spiritually sensitive souls, for those whose very essence resonates with the subtle, energetic shifts of the universe, this profound and unexplainable kind of exhaustion is what happens when the old, familiar rhythm of your life, the established cadence of your being, can no longer adequately contain the surging, transformative power of the new frequency you are actively becoming. It's akin to a chrysalis shedding its former structure, not because it's weak, but because it's preparing to unfurl wings destined for a much vaster sky. This process can indeed feel disorienting, even frightening, as if you're slowly but surely disappearing from your own life. The vibrant, active version of you that used to effortlessly keep up with the demands of the world, that thrived on external validation and constant motion, that self has begun to gracefully dissolve, like an intricate sandcastle slowly surrendering to the relentless tide. What remains at first might seem like a mere shadow, quieter, slower, more inward-focused, often withdrawing into the sacred sanctuary of your own being. This inward shift can certainly be frightening in a world that, with its incessant clamor and relentless pace, often only respects and rewards outward motion, productivity, and visible achievement. Yet, remember this profound truth. Your eternal soul, the authentic essence of who you are, does not measure your inherent worth or value by your speed, by your accomplishments, or by the number of tasks you check off a list. It measures your worth by the depth of your being, by the authenticity of your presence, and by the courage with which you embrace your own sacred evolution. What you're feeling deep within the marrow of your bones and the core of your spirit is not a regression but a profound recalibration. It's an intricate internal retuning, much like a highly sensitive instrument being adjusted to resonate with a higher, more refined frequency. Imagine it as a mighty tide changing direction beneath the vast, unseen surface of the ocean, its immense, silent power shifting the very currents of the deep, long before any visible ripple or alteration can be perceived by those standing on the distant shore. This subterranean movement, unseen and unheard, is nevertheless the precursor to an entirely new ebb and flow, a testament to the powerful, often invisible forces orchestrating your transformation. Indeed, there are these extraordinary sacred moments on Earth when the physical body, this earthly vessel we inhabit, truly becomes the temple again, not merely as a poetic metaphor, but as a palpable lived experience of profound spiritual and biological reformation. During such times, an intricate dance of reorganization commences at the cellular level. Each tiny cell, a microcosm of your entire being, begins to repattern itself, shedding outdated blueprints and aligning with a more elevated vibrational signature. Your nervous system, often a silent repository of accumulated stress, trauma, and societal conditioning, begins to gently soften its old protective defenses, slowly releasing the hypervigilance and armor it once needed to survive the perceived rigors of the world. Simultaneously, your subtle energy field, the luminous aura that surrounds and interpenetrates your physical form, commences a profound detoxification, releasing the dense, absorbed energies and imprints that you unconsciously took on from your environment and interactions. Energies that once served as survival mechanisms, but now impede your expansion. And in this wondrous process, your inner architecture, the sacred geometry and divine blueprint of your essential self, starts to stir from its slumber, slowly but surely remembering and reactivating its original, pristine design, the unique and magnificent vibrational signature with which your soul first entered this earthly realm, a design imbued with cosmic wisdom and inherent wholeness. This deeply transformational cellular awakening is precisely why you can feel utterly exhausted, drained to your core, without simultaneously feeling sad or experiencing the crushing weight of depression. It's not an emotional low, but an energetic expenditure of monumental proportions. This is why you can feel profoundly depleted, as if your internal reserves have been siphoned away, without being unmotivated or lacking in purpose. Your motivation has simply shifted from external striving to internal integration. And it explains why you can feel an undeniable, primal pull towards solitude, a profound yearning for silence that quiets the incessant chatter of the world, an insatiable thirst for water that goes beyond mere physical hydration, and a deep, all-encompassing need for sleep that feels less like rest and more like a sacred journey into the dreamscapes of regeneration, all without having the conventional language or rational explanations to articulate these powerful, instinctual demands to anyone around you, leaving you feeling isolated in your profound needs. The ancient builders by the majestic Nile, those wise architects of timeless structures, understood something fundamental that modern minds, often caught in the ceaseless whirl of superficial progress, have largely forgotten or dismissed. They recognized that when a sacred pattern shifts, when the energetic blueprint of a structure or a being undergoes a profound alteration, the vessel itself, whether it be a grand pyramid or the intricate human body, must be reinforced, restabilized, and given ample time for integration. They knew that when the frequency of creation rises, when the vibrational current becomes more refined and potent, the physical form, this exquisite earthly temple, must be given the spaciousness and grace to reshape itself, to adapt its very architecture around the new, higher energies it is now destined to carry. This is not a quick fix, but a meticulous, profound undertaking. This profound reshaping, this deep structural and energetic reorganization within your being, can indeed manifest palpably as pervasive fatigue. It's the sensation of your entire system working overtime, behind the scenes, without your conscious effort or awareness, like a massive construction project underway in the depths of your being. But it is imperative to understand that this exhaustion is not random, a haphazard consequence of unknown forces. It is not a cosmic punishment, an arbitrary affliction sent to test your endurance, and it is certainly not a failure of will, a deficiency in your spirit or your capacity to overcome. No, this profound weariness is your sacred system integrating a monumental frequency jump, your soul's quiet, meticulous, and deeply intelligent upgrade, meticulously moving through every muscle fiber, every bone, every sacred breath you take, and coursing through your very blood. It's a purification process on a profound scale. The waters within you, symbolic of your emotional and energetic body, are clearing, slowly releasing the accumulated sediment of lifetimes. And what was once turbulent, chaotic, or mired in stagnant patterns is now, with deliberate slowness, becoming still. Not because you are giving up, surrendering to defeat, but precisely because something infinitely deeper, something ancient and sovereign, is finally taking the lead, guiding your transformation with an unwavering hand. And yes, in this profoundly personal metamorphosis, it can be an intensely lonely journey. Because those who surround you, operating from their own perspectives and their own levels of awareness, may only perceive the superficial outward manifestation that you've changed. They may notice your altered demeanor, your quietude, your shifted priorities, but they often cannot fathom or see the immense sacred work happening in the unseen, invisible places within your being. They may struggle to understand why you suddenly need to lie down more often, why you can't force yourself to engage in social activities, why your old, cherished ambitions suddenly feel strangely hollow and devoid of meaning, or why your body, this once familiar vessel, seems to demand more profound rest, more specific nourishment, and more gentle care from you than it ever has before. Their inability to comprehend can amplify your sense of isolation, making you feel misunderstood and adrift. But in the deepest chambers of your heart, know this: you are not alone in this profound metamorphosis. This sacred passage, this slow, heavy season of introspection and energetic recalibration, is often the unequivocal sign that your soul, having traversed countless paths of external seeking, has finally begun to move from the endless search for answers to the profound internal act of remembering its inherent truth. It is a homecoming to the wisdom that has always resided within you, awaiting activation. And this act of remembrance, this profound reactivation of your innate wisdom, is not loud. It does not announce itself with trumpets or grand pronouncements. It is quiet, a gentle whisper from the deep. It is cellular, encoded within the very fabric of your being, resonating in your DNA. It is holy in its own unpretentious way. A sacred blossoming that requires no external ceremony, no grand ritual, no public validation to prove its profound authenticity or its immense significance. Its holiness is intrinsic, self-evident, and deeply personal. Some profound healing, the kind that truly shifts the foundations of your being, doesn't come through the logic of words, through endless analysis or intellectual understanding. It comes through the purifying, regenerative power of water. If something stirred within the depths of your being just now, a subtle resonance or an undeniable recognition, you may very well be ready to receive the Sirian water codes. This powerful guide carries sacred techniques and ancient wisdom exquisitely channeled from the luminous, life-giving waters of Sirius, offering profoundly clearing baths, deeply transformative breathing practices, soul-stirring sound activations, and powerful protection rituals designed specifically for starseeds, who have always felt an inexplicable, visceral call from the deep, vast oceans and the cosmic waters beyond. The link to access this potent resource is thoughtfully placed in the first pinned comment below, but please note, this opportunity is available only for a limited time, reflecting the preciousness of this ancient knowledge. Rest assured, there are distinct, identifiable phases to this profound process of energetic integration. And when you begin to recognize and understand them, you will naturally cease to judge yourself so harshly. You will finally stop erroneously labeling this sacred transformation as mere laziness or a lack of drive. You will cease trying to treat what is, in essence, a divine upgrade of your entire being, as if it were a mere inconvenience, a frustrating impediment to your former way of life. Instead, you will begin to honor it as the profound, intelligent evolution that it truly is. First, in this sacred sequence of transformation comes the fog. You may find yourself feeling mentally unclear, as if a dense mist has settled over your cognitive landscape, making sharp focus elusive. Emotionally, you may feel unusually tender, highly sensitive to energies and external stimuli, as if your protective layers have thinned. Tasks that once required minimal effort now seem to demand immense concentration, and the mental agility you once possessed might feel temporarily dulled. Your intuition, however, might become surprisingly loud, a clear bell tolling in the mist, while your analytical mind feels slow, struggling to catch up. That pervasive fog, dear one, is not a sign of confusion or mental decline. It is, in truth, the very essence of transition. When old identities, outdated belief systems, and rigid self-perceptions begin to dissolve, the inner waters of your being naturally become cloudy, stirred up from their depths, before they can settle and become crystal clear once more. There is nothing fundamentally wrong with you. On the contrary, something profound and beautiful is meticulously rearranging within your deepest core. Then, inevitably, comes the heaviness. This is the crucial phase where your physical body, with its innate profound wisdom, begins to assert its needs, often demanding precisely what the ego-driven personality frequently resists: absolute stillness. You may experience an overwhelming urge for naps that no longer feel optional, but rather an undeniable biological imperative. A profound craving for quiet, a deep silence that feels not like absence, but like a necessary restorative balm for your overstimulated nervous system. You might develop a sudden, almost visceral intolerance for excessive noise, for overwhelming crowds, for harsh artificial lights that grate on your newly sensitive senses, and for chaotic, superficial conversations that drain your energetic reserves without offering genuine connection. It can easily feel as though you've suddenly become too sensitive, a fragile being in a robust world, but in a deeper truth, your energetic thresholds are simply becoming honest, authentic to your newly refined vibrational state. Your system is now courageously refusing to endure what it once silently tolerated, gracefully setting new, higher energetic boundaries for its own well-being. Following the heaviness, you experience the emotional rinsing. During this phase, feelings may surge to the surface that don't seem to match the present moment or any current circumstance. Tears might unexpectedly come, flowing freely without an apparent story or specific trigger. Unexplained irritation or a generalized sense of restlessness may appear seemingly out of nowhere, bubbling up from hidden depths. Old unresolved grief, long buried beneath layers of busyness and emotional suppression, may gently drift up like ancient silt from the riverbed after a powerful storm, revealing itself for final release. This is not a regression, dear heart, a step backward into past patterns. This is a powerful, cathartic release. When the internal current of your transformational energy strengthens, it naturally lifts what was stuck, what was stagnant, what was held captive in the emotional recesses of your being. Allow these feelings to move, to flow, to simply pass through you without judgment or attachment. Remember, the mighty river does not shame the debris, the leaves, or the sediment it carries out to the vast, forgiving sea. It simply allows it to be swept away, making space for new, pristine flow. Next, you will enter the phase of repatterning. In this stage, you may distinctly notice your established routines, your daily rhythms, gently but firmly breaking apart, dissolving into new, uncharted patterns. Your appetite might undergo significant changes, craving different foods or shifting in its intensity, reflecting the altered needs of your transforming body. Your sleep patterns may become quite strange, perhaps more fragmented or unusually deep, punctuated by awakenings that feel like profound energetic downloads. Most strikingly, your dreams may become extraordinarily vivid, rich with symbolic imagery and profound messages, like doors opening wide into vast, unexplored cosmic landscapes during the deepest hours of the night, offering glimpses into higher truths and future possibilities. You may also feel an undeniable, almost magnetic pull towards water in all its forms. The cleansing power of salt baths, the gentle rhythm of rain sounds, the vast ancient wisdom of oceans, the flowing energy of rivers, or even simply the sensation of cool, refreshing water on your skin. Anything and everything that helps your body remember its innate capacity to flow, to adapt, and to return to its original liquid grace. This is your nervous system, the intricate electrical network of your being, learning and integrating a brand new higher rhythm, recalibrating itself to a more harmonious frequency. Your inner geometry, the sacred architecture of your energetic field, is meticulously realigning itself, finding perfect resonance with your expanding consciousness. Following the repatterning comes the social shedding. During this tender and often challenging phase, certain conversations, once tolerable or even enjoyable, may now feel unbearably shallow, energetically draining, or simply incongruent with your evolving truth. Certain relationships, which once offered comfort or familiarity, may now feel profoundly heavy, requiring an inordinate amount of your vital life force to maintain. You may find yourself craving fewer people in your immediate circle, but simultaneously yearning for much deeper, more authentic and truly resonant connections with those who genuinely see and honor your expanding essence. You may naturally stop performing roles or personas that no longer serve your true self, shedding the masks you once wore for acceptance. You may also cease feeling the need to constantly explain your needs, your changes, or your journey to those who are unwilling or unable to understand. This isn't coldness or detachment, dear one. This is a profound act of precision. As your personal frequency stabilizes and amplifies, what does not authentically match its resonance will naturally either adjust its own vibration to align with yours, or it will gently, gracefully, and inevitably drift away, making space for more congruent energies and connections to enter your life. This is the universe clearing your path, and then, gradually, almost imperceptibly, comes the quiet return of power. This is not the loud, boisterous kind of power that seeks external validation, that needs to dominate, or that yearns for recognition from the external world. No, this is an intrinsic, profound power that feels like an unshakable inner steadiness, a deep-seated calm and resilience. You will begin to awaken with slightly more space inside your being, a renewed sense of openness and possibility. Your breath will deepen naturally, settling into a more expansive, nourishing rhythm, reflecting a greater ease within. Your eyes will feel clearer, not just physically, but spiritually, as if a veil has been lifted, allowing you to perceive the world with greater insight and truth. You will find yourself drawn to simpler, more essential things: clean, wholesome food that truly nourishes your cells, gentle, harmonious music that soothes your soul, honest, heartfelt company that genuinely uplifts you, and meaningful work that aligns with your deepest purpose. The tide has unequivocally turned. You can now distinctly feel the familiar, comforting presence of the shore again, not as an ending, but as a new beginning, a stable ground upon which to build your newly integrated self. And finally, there comes that profound, transformative moment when you cease to call this entire, arduous, yet ultimately sacred process a problem to be solved or an affliction to be cured. This is the moment of deep realization, a crystalline clarity that washes over your soul. You fully realize that your exhaustion, far from being a weakness, has been profoundly intelligent, a wise messenger from your deepest self, guiding you inward. You understand that your body, this incredible temple, has been unbelievably loyal, tirelessly working through the depths of night and the quiet hours of day, meticulously stitching you back into the authentic, whole version of yourself. It's been diligently recoding and repatterning what could no longer truthfully hold your expanding consciousness, bravely dismantling the old to create the space for the new. This is the revelation that has the power to change absolutely everything in your perception and your experience. You are not fundamentally tired because you are failing at the grand, intricate dance of life, or because you lack the capacity to keep up. On the contrary, you are profoundly tired because your soul, in its infinite wisdom and relentless pursuit of your highest good, is asking your physical body to become a brand new, higher vibrational home for the magnificent, expanded being you are becoming. You are in the sacred process of integrating a self that by its very nature cannot and will not be rushed, hurried, or forced into arbitrary timelines. Like a precious, luminous pearl, forming under immense pressure and in the profound darkness of the deep ocean, your most significant and sacred transformation is happening precisely where no one is observing you, where no one can offer applause or external validation. And that, dear one, is exactly why it is so profoundly real, so authentic, so utterly powerful. The deepest, most transformative changes never happen on a public stage, bathed in the spotlight of external recognition. They happen in the quiet, sacred hours of solitude. They unfold during the long, restorative sleeps that feel like journeys into other realms. They manifest in the intentionally cancelled plans, creating essential voids for inner work. They occur most potently in the tender seasons of life, where your singular, most important job is simply to listen with an open heart and an attuned spirit to what your wise, intuitive system has been tirelessly trying to tell you all along. Understand this fundamental truth. Rest is not merely something you do after you've earned it, a reward for your efforts. No, rest is an essential, active component of what you do when you are actively becoming, when you are transforming, when you are evolving into the next magnificent iteration of your true self. It is the crucible of creation. So if your wise body is sending you unequivocal signals, asking you to slow down, to reduce your pace, to simply be, then honor it with utmost reverence and deep respect. If you feel an unquenchable need for more water, more purification, more energetic cleansing, then consciously and generously give it to yourself. If you sense an irresistible pull to be alone, to withdraw into the quiet sanctuary of your own presence, then let that sacred solitude be a profound act of self-love and self-preservation. If you realize deep in your core that you need to stop pushing, to release the relentless striving, then with courage and grace, stop. Just stop. Consider the boundless wisdom of the ocean. It does not apologize for its powerful, necessary act of pulling back, for its ebb, before it returns with renewed, unstoppable force. The magnificent tide does not beg for permission to shift its direction, to change its immense current, or to reshape the very shoreline. And neither, dear heart, should you. You hold within you the same elemental power, the same divine right to flow, to transform, to become. Tonight, if it resonates deeply within your spirit, take a moment of quiet introspection. Gently place a hand over your heart, feeling the steady rhythm of your own sacred life force, and say these words quietly, with deep intention and unwavering trust. I honor what my body is courageously carrying. I allow the sacred waters within me to clear and purify, releasing all that no longer serves my highest good. I deeply trust the perfect divine timing of my becoming. Before you go, leave one word in the comments, just one, that describes what you felt during this message. Then find someone else's word and respond with encouragement. This isn't just a comment section, it's a space where starseeds recognize each other, and that recognition carries more power than you know. If something in this message touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you'd like to keep receiving these transmissions, subscribe. The waters of Sirius will carry us to the next one. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your space, and I'm grateful you were here.